BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. You think you know your stuff? Well, get in on our $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of $200K. $200,000. It's ridiculous. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our over 150 slot games. Head to the website today to get in the action. Bet online. The game starts here. Hey, Joe, do me a favor. Go on this guy at Drain Bamager. This guy tweets about me sometimes, but he blocks me. So I want to see what he's posted some misinformation about us. He's a Meltzer mark.
Drain Bam. I think that sounds.
Yeah. Drain, Drain, and then Bamager, Bamager.
Yeah, the Drain Maker.
Oh, good grief.
There you go.
Does he tweet about us here? Because somebody says he mentions us.
It's all just wrestling news, right?
No, keep going.
Yeah, I'm going.
How recent?
13 hours. The Tony Storm dirty promo from Japan.
Keep going.
Sharing to you guys, I saw.
Because somebody's replying to us like he mentions us or something.
All right, I'm going to search.
Look at his tweets.
I'm going to search a different one.
Right. Oh, no, maybe he's referencing the thing because somebody mentions something that he says Disco and Konnan already knew they were going to get a deal. I guess y'all don't watch just clickbait. So I don't know.
Here's the most recent. The mayor was responding to him. Oh yeah, he tweeted Eric Russo, Disco, Konnan, Cornette, eat the crow and cry for 4 more years after the.
Like what are this guy obviously doesn't listen to us.
And then Konnan,
let's not talk about this. What's this guy think? Because this guy blocks me and he's a Meltzer mark, right?
Yeah.
So these guys obviously don't listen to the show. Okay, just makes it very clear. Me and Konnan did a whole. Now we went over Brandon Thurston's when he posted all the economic things between WWE and AEW stuff, right? That whole analysis, and we predicted, or just based on the numbers that the WWE is like drawing this much more than that, AEW should just at least get like a double raise. Like they should make twice as much as their next deal based on the fact of how they perform compared to WWE. You know what's funny, Konnan?
Yeah.
Is that the AEW does like $700,000 a week, right?
Right.
They have a $70 million rights fees deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
WWE does like $1.8 million a week, right?
Right.
Or okay, they got a 1.8 and AEW got a $1.8 million deal. It's like whatever WWE is getting right now compared to AEW, like that's what their deal was. So, but just to reiterate, as we've repeated on the show ad nauseum, we could care less how much money Tony Khan makes. All we care about is we're watching the shows, reviewing the shows, and saying, okay, why are they getting underwhelming ratings and can't fill seats in the arenas? And that's our analysis. Like, no. I think if the Tony Khan, like nobody thought they were going out of business.
No,
we never said that. Nobody ever said that.
I was out of the loop for about 4 days because I was in Mexico and then my internet wasn't working. So I decided to go on last night and clap back at a couple. Mm-hmm. And one of them was this guy. What did I answer him? The one you're talking about, Disco.
Yep. You said, what are you talking about? That's what I said on the podcast they would probably make.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. This is what we said.
And I will repeat it. I don't even repeat what we said on the Lucha Libre segment. We don't want them to go out of business. That's why the narrative is so skewed and because you're echoing what you little sound bites that you hear from people that purposely take things out of context. So every time you hear anything from me or Disco, it sounds like 2 bitter old heads. But nobody ever puts over the fact when we say a show's good or a segment is good. No, that will never ever come out because that would ruin your narrative of us being, bitter and the business passes by and whatever lazy put out there. We recognize that they have good talent and good segments and even good shows, but it could be way better. Just like when WWE does something or AAA does something, we'll speak on it. But the bottom line is we just want them to do better. We don't want them to go out of business. And we predicted that that's the amount of money they would make. So inform thyself.
Right, exactly. But I will say this, just based on the metrics, The only numbers that they're doing well in over year have been Dave Meltzer's star ratings for the matches.
And
And-
I don't
match.
think anybody can argue that. And
And the
cage match ratings.
right.
It's
That's,
like, you know,
that's real
but-
important in the
here's
sickos world.
Here's the important thing, okay, is that we've criticized WWE when they were doing terrible for a while. We gradually started seeing them doing better, and we're giving credit to their shows. Now they're doing record business. Okay, AEW is not doing record business. AEW is going the opposite way of WWE, and we're pointing out every week, trying
But
to
they
say,
have really good matches, though.
right? The patches are for it, and like we're haters for saying this. It's like, you know,
Bro, and if you looked at the Vince documentary, which is a fascinating peek into the mind of this guy, one of the main things that you get out of this, and he speaks about it ad nauseum, and so do all the people in the thing, is what matters are moments. What matters is that people don't remember great wrestling matches. They'll remember moments, like the guy going through like Mick Foley coming off the top of the cage, or you know what I'm saying? And characters. That's what you remember.
I just saw
like the old example of WrestleMania 3, 93,000 or 78 or whatever the true number is. But that Savage Steamboat match was regarded forever as the greatest match ever. Great. But what filled the building? Hogan and Andre, which if you watch it artistically was not a good match.
I'm gonna bring up something else here this is like, I don't even think anybody can argue with this. This is the reality of the situation 5 years later after AEW's been in business and their rights deal. Okay. They started 5 years ago by a guy that's worth like $8 billion. Okay. That was starting a wrestling company. In reality, TV network executives, this guy's a mark, no experience in the wrestling business except being on Dave Meltzer's message boards. He's an observer reader and a fantasy booker on the wrestling booker games, fantasy games, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So they gave this guy the TV rights deal to go on TV. Bro, they gave him peanuts compared to what WWE is making. They gave the guy $40 million to start off with before they got Collision and Rampage, right? Then they gave him $70 million when they started 2 new shows. Bro, while WWE was getting 200 and 240 for their 2 shows, $440 million. All right. So here we are 5 years later. Okay. WWE just signed for now $740 million a year worth of new rights deals. Okay. And Warner Brothers, like Tony Khan's like, look, we're obviously not worth 40 million. We're worth way more than that because we're drawing 700,000, 500,000. I know WWE's drawing 1.8, whatever, and they're doing record business, but we deserve more than 40 million or 70 million. And anybody with common sense would agree to that. You gave us peanuts before, now we deserve more, right? Bro, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, there was a conversation that they should be getting as much as Dave. Go back and look at the tweets. Dave was
remember this.
They were thinking they should be getting almost as much as WWE, correct? Like they were in the conversation for that. So now here we are 4 years later. Okay, they've gotten more, but bro, they're still getting a fraction of what the company that's knocking it out of the park is doing. And like, is that like a big W to like things like who cares? You weren't going to go out of business because the guy's worth $8 billion that owns the company. Like he would have paid for it himself. Now, the funniest thing is like he supposedly had to give up some equity in the company just to get the $185 million or whatever it is, but they're not saying how much equity he had to give up in that, which is funny. So it's like, bro, it's like everybody like posting this as a W and stuff and things like nobody cares. They're getting really kind of what they deserve. Pennies on the dollar to compare to what WWE is getting now for rights fees because WWE is selling out all their shows, going on a Saturday night's main event. That they're doing record business, and it's like, okay, you got doubled, but you're still. That's like, well, what's 1.85 million of 40? Bro, they're getting 25% of the rights fees of what WWE is getting right now, and like that, and like everybody wants to like, and that's just the reality. It's like, and I could care less how much you get because the guy that's getting the money is worth $8 billion. It's like, who gives? If Tony Khan is making another like say 100 million more, so it's like, then that's the reality. If the marks want to post that, we said they were going out of business and they think that's a W, it's like, bro, we never said that. We said this is about what they were getting, and this is what they're getting. 25% of the rights fees of what WWE is getting because their shows are still underwhelming. I have to watch them every week. They're still not drawing, and there's there's a minimal amount of fans in the stands.
And I'll give you a good example.
That's the reality,
I'm not hating. I just stating. Did you see? I know we're going to review it. I just want to ask you one quick question. Mm-hmm. Joe, did you see Dynamite, or you just saw little clips?
Clips.
Okay. Disco, you did, right?
Yes, I did.
Did that feel like a 5-year anniversary?
No, it felt like, bro, no. But you know what it was? It's 5 years of this is my tribute back to my fans, the sickos. I'm going to give you Will Ospreay and what's his name, and I'm going to give you Okada and Bryan Danielson because those are like their highest rated match guys. It's something that we not much build up, but that's the show. It's like all right, that's fine, but we could, I don't know. This is hysterical. The marks are so ridiculous.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.